Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today, I'm continuing to get caught up. This is the first song of 3 that we'll be doing from Hearts2Hearts. This is called The Chase. If you want to see the reaction, check out that video separately. This is the video where I'm going to go into the lyrics and things I see in the video that I want to talk about and kind of go into that a little bit deeper. So let's go check it out. All right, so I've got lyrics pulled up over here as usual. Even though we do have the English subtitles, I want to be able to kind of read all of it. So let's get a little bit into their message here. So again, you've got this really nice synthy bass starting out, but it gets dreamy. Really nice delivery there. Also, I'm pretty sure this is Jiwoo, unless she has changed her hair since this song, and that's my preliminary bias. But verse 1, a dream is dreaming, beamy, beamy, cute, but a little cheesy. That light is, and follow it like you're hypnotized. So already, let's see. From the video standpoint, it's like they were on the bus. This part is kind of creepy a little bit, but they're in, the first girl is in this like wheat field, and she wakes up. Of course, the beam of light is hitting her face, and that light is like the dream that's calling her, or at least I assume. Yeah, no, never mind. I don't have to assume is literally the first line. A dream is dreaming. So we've got, you know, whatever this world is, they're waking up and they're seeing a new dream. Okay, I can get behind that. This was their first song after all. Also, anytime, and regardless of whether it's supposed to be cute or I don't think I've ever seen a wheat field scene try to be sexy, but even if it were cute, sexy, happy, joyous, angry, every time I see a wheat field scene, I think of the movie Gladiator, and I'm not going to go too much more into that. But if you know the scene, you know the scene. So it's a weird, in my mind, juxtaposition of seeing this girl wake up and see this bright, dreamy light, and in my head comparing it to what happens in that movie. So I don't know what this little horse. I mean, I know horses, depending on the culture, can symbolize, you know, freedom, strength. Freedom is usually pretty common, like when you think of like the American Mustang on the plains and such. But yeah, I'm not really sure what the meaning of their horse is in this. Because we see this a few more times, not just the little miniature, but like an actual. I was going to say, didn't we even see it at the beginning? Well, okay. Calling that a horse is really. That's a very generous description, but alright. Why not? So they pick it up. And then we're following that beam of light like we're hypnotized, so we're singularly focused on this chasing of the dream, this new beginning. Curiouser and curiouser, drink this and you'll see only you. Okay. So, all right, we're just going to keep moving along there. So there were a lot of things in the lyrics that as I watched the reaction video, the first playthrough, I didn't quite get, and I'm not sure that I'm going to get much closer on this second playthrough. Alright, so they're going off into like a wonderland. Okay, so I don't know, because there's a few different times we're going to see images and references to the color blue here, and I'm not quite sure why. I mentioned this feeling of Wonderland. I know there is obviously Alice in Wonderland, like her dress was blue, but surely that has nothing to do with this. Maybe. But the swim through the colors of blue ink, that squeaking, creaking, chalky chalk, which, by the way, if you're young, you have probably not had the displeasure of sitting in a classroom and your teacher, like, writing in chalk or scratching nails on the chalkboard. Ugh. But this, the squeaking chalk will neatly transcribe our story. So it's almost like they are in his classroom setting and they're gonna write the lesson. I don't know. But I'll make you say my name. How can you not? Yeah, because you're transfixed on them. You're hypnotized by them, just like they're chasing that dream. You're chasing them. And then I love the way you love the chase. So I'm assuming that this is a fan song to a certain extent. But this other line, I love the way you love the chase, could almost even be to themselves. Like, I admire myself for wanting to chase my dream. So I don't know if that's accurate, but it's a way you could take that. Then we got this heavy drop. This move right here, first off, very pleasing to watch, but second off, I've been seeing a lot of idols do this particular move lately. One example that comes to mind is this new trend that some of the female idols are doing with I forget the actual name of the song. I think it's just Bass Down Low, but the lyrics are like, I like my beats fast and my bass down low, and they do this choreo move to it. But yeah, okay. Let's finish this. Okay, so there's more blue and also the heart, and we know their name is Hearts2Hearts, so they're connecting. I forget if they actually mentioned the reason for their name or the meaning behind it, but yeah, they're connecting people through music. But we see this, I have it down here on the timeline, but whatever. Okay, it was like, yeah, there we go. The little horse is back again. Not really sure why. But the chorus was, hop, my adventure, I'm taking the first step, it's all a mystery. So this embracing of new beginnings and, again, chasing that dream. I want to know more about it. Crop, I let my heart cut a piece of the fantasy. So, okay, when she says crop, it's like when you take a photograph and you cut out the parts that you don't want and leave just, a smaller part of the image. And when she says, I let my heart cut a piece of the fantasy, maybe like it's kind of dreamlike, like all of their environment or their reality, and they want to be able to focus on that part of the fantasy. I don't know. But Sparkle, Sparkle, I think I just saw something. Would that be... Well, at the beginning, they did mention, the bright light and everything. Would that have anything to do with that? Maybe instead of thinking of the light as a beamy, now we're thinking of kind of like starlight. I mean, that's pretty common when we talk about chasing dreams, is, shooting for the stars and that kind of thing. Post-chorus, hop, my adventure, the first step, sparkle, sparkle, mystery, I want to know more about it. So I still think, and it may not even entirely be about chasing the dream, although I think it is, but just a new adventure in general, and how this new beginning is mysterious. You don't know what's coming and you want to know more about it, so you keep pursuing it. Hold on a second. I saw the heart, but what was going on with that? Oh, okay. Nope, still don't get it. Like, okay, it's acting as a compass. There's a horseshoe as the north. We got the S for south. Is this supposed to be like their journey? Is the horse supposed to represent the dream or the fans, maybe? What is their fandom called? Do they have a name? Hold on, I'm going to look it up real quick. Hearts2Hearts fandom name. Yeah, no, that's not it. Okay, well, anyway. Somebody let me know what the heck the horse is actually supposed to represent in the comments below. But this looks like it's like a map of their journey across the heart. Okay, so we have what's essentially like a subway line. Starlight, a glimmer of hope. Okay, all right. Stadium, echoes of triumph. So like, there's all these stops along the way. I get it a little bit. Wait, it's just off screen, but there's this terminal over here that says journey, and I want to know like journey to something or what. But so verse 2, meanwhile, did I grow? So this is coming out of that chorus of like mystery. I want to know about it. And you're taking the first step. So when she says, meanwhile, did I grow? Like in my pursuit of this dream or in my willingness to take the first step, have I grown as a person? Can't explain it, but I sprint as hard as I can. I don't want to stop standing still. That particular line doesn't quite make sense, and it's translated the same way in the subtitles. Because if you say, I don't want to stop standing still, it means you want to keep standing still. But that's the opposite of what they're actually singing about. So, yeah, not sure if that was an error or if it means something that I'm just missing. But then the last line of that is this big emotion. Yeah. And even that, the emotion could be, again, joy, it could be wonder, it could be just happiness or satisfaction, pursuit of growth. But whatever, it could also be love. Love for themselves, love for the fans, love for the dream, however you want to take that. So, all right, pre-chorus is some more lines I wasn't quite sure on. So it's going to start with floating quiz between those cracks. Now I can connect quiz back to the chalk because I mentioned like it seems like they're getting a lesson or teaching a lesson in a school classroom, and we do actually have school here on the map a couple of times. We got school down here too, but other than that, I'm not really sure what the floating quiz is supposed to be. And then it says, reach out and grab it. Jingle, jingle, the key clinks, begging me to open the door. And then I'll make you say my name, more powerful than spells. That's cool. Because obviously we think of spells being something that typically you would chant and having a magical effect. But their name is more powerful than any spell. I can get behind that. And then I love the way you love the chase. They're very synchronized with their dance too. Come on, Jiwoo. She's the only member's name I actually know. See, there's that move again. Okay, this lyric site says that was Stella singing And her voice, if it, whoever it is, I'm gonna go with Stella for now though. Whoever it is, her voice sounds so sweet. And it's appropriate that she's singing and lyrics about being sweet are in there. But her tone, especially if you're familiar with like late 90s girl pop here in America, it really gives me like Mandy Moore type of like that quality. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way. Okay, so that bridge, baby, we got what you need. Our love is so sweet, it pops like candy. All right, so popping like candy is obviously just talking about a descriptor for the love being sweet, but it's also, if you haven't had pop rocks, it's kind of like that. It's exciting. It's not just sweet, it's a feast for your senses. So if somehow you've never had pop rocks or, you know, any sort of popping candy, you're missing out. My eyes gently closed by the sunlight. Yeah, I hate going out in the sun. I'm always squinting like this, but they're saying it's gentle, like it's like the light is caressing their face. Like, no, the light blinds me. But run wherever my heart wants. I think that gets back to their image of the horse, and that symbol of freedom that I talked about before. Think who was it that we reacted to? It might have been Kiki that had horses in their videos. And I also mentioned that, you know, it seemed like that was representing freedom and like a free spirit. And then the last line, I take my own world. So yeah, like not only are we chasing something, but we're going to make it our own. Probably should not jump off a moving bus, by the way. Okay, the post bridge, come and get you, come and get you, come and get you. It's forever. I'm not going to keep repeating it. Till the end, you and I falling into a fantasy. A dream is beginning to dream. So we talked about waking up in this new dream. We talked about chasing it. Falling into a fantasy. We talked about cropping and taking a piece of the fantasy as your own, like taking it into your heart. Carrying that with you at all times, even though I didn't say those words before. So yeah, they're just kind of going back and refreshing those concepts in that line. So the chorus changes a bit here. My adventure, this is the first step. Wherever my heart wants, there I want to go. So again, we're talking about the new beginnings and being free of spirit to chase the dream. And then the final line of that chorus, the dream has already begun. So it's not just that we are looking towards it. It's like the story of how we've already taken the first step. And they've mentioned that actually in the previous chorus, you know, hop my adventure, I'm taking the first step. So yeah, now it's no longer a dream that is far away. It's a dream that we're actively moving towards. There's that blue ink reference again. And the floating quiz again. I got no clue. I do love the chase. I think if the chase is the journey and the dream with these girls, I'm in. All right, guys, so that was The Chase from Hearts2Hearts. This was the first song they put out, and I am definitely glad I finally got a chance to check this one out in a little bit more detail. Again, that line, I love the way you love the chase, is one of my favorite delivered lines of the year. I don't know how to explain it. It's just very pleasing to me. But I'm looking forward to their next one, Butterflies. So I'll see you guys for that one. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell to enable your notifications. And also, shout out to our Patreons. Thank you guys for all your support. If you're interested in getting requests done or seeing things like some of the survival shows that have been coming out that I obviously can't put here on the YouTube channel, then you can check out Patreon. Patreon subscribers get access to all of that stuff and the guaranteed prioritized requests. Also, if you don't want to go through Patreon, but you want to make a request, there is a link to PayPal down below that you can follow and make a request that way. So take a look at all that, and I will catch you for the next one. Take care, everybody.